my class who wants to do some math. Mr. H, garage math, solve equations.
Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. Blame it on the stars that don't shine at night. But Milli Vanilli, I think I've actually started a video singing Milli Vanilli. In my part of the world, we are in the middle of like 10 straight days of rain, evidently. Today's day 1. I guess it's good, the snow, the whole thing. Droughts. Landscaping, it's cool. I have noticed the rose buds are coming. Everything's getting ready to pop out, so maybe one big storm to get spring a head start. That's great. My name is Mark Henriksen, Mr. H, Garage Math, welcome. We're going to talk about polygons today, in particular triangles and quadrilaterals. Hey, speaking of the rain, do me a favor. Those of you that are watching this that go to school, cut your teachers a break, okay? There's nothing worse on this planet than rainy day schedule, okay? Your bodies as well as their bodies are designed for a little bit of movement at a certain amount of time, and when you can't go out to recess to let all that energy out or walk the track, then it becomes kind of a thing. So we get it, you're squirrely birds, and so are we for the most part. Just don't scream. Don't run around getting your jam hands all over each other. It's just how it's going to be because we all have to coexist in this little space of walls. So public service announcement. Don't be a spaz for a rainy day recess. All right, enough about that. I'm going to go see Beetlejuice tomorrow. That's exciting. Sacramento Theater, Broadway. So Beetlejuice. I've seen the movie. I think it's fabulous. It's a Broadway play, so evidently they're going to do some singing, some dancing, and I'm excited. So that's cool. All right. Hey, I got to make a correction. Last time I did a video, my son pointed this out. I was wearing a Jacob Wilson jersey, one of my favorite players on the Sacramento A's, and I referred to him as Josh Wilson. So that got pointed out to me. So Jacob, I apologize. I'm sure this has made it back to you. So please, an autograph would be great at some point down the road. But I do apologize. All right. Hey, how about those polygons, huh? Polygon. Now, here's the thing about polygons. They're shapes, and they all have two common characteristics. There's different types of polygons. We're going to talk about those. Triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, octagons. Do you know the one with 7 sides? I bet you don't. Okay, we'll talk about that. Okay, here's the two characteristics. One, the shape has to close. There's no openings. Okay, duh, as my wife said when I quizzed her on this. And the other characteristic is the sides all have to be straight. She also said, duh. It's interesting when people say duh when you tell them something that they didn't know the answer to, and then the response is that. It's always a little tricky. For example, a semicircle, if you drew an ice cream cone, right, you had this sort of triangle thing with the semicircle that looks like an ice cream cone. That's not a polygon because a polygon does not have curved shapes, okay? That's a little bit down the road. That is what we would call a composite shape, and but we're not there now. Okay, closed shape, straight lines. That's it, okay? Cool. Now, they do have different types of polygons. They have a regular polygon, which are the ones we see most often, and then we have irregular polygons. A regular polygon is a polygon that has equal sides and equal angles. So for example, if you think about a pentagon, so we have the Pentagon building in Washington, D.C. I actually looked it up because I was curious. It is a regular polygon. That means all the sides are equal, all the angles. That little area I'm always trying to throw the ball in, that was the closest ever, and I kicked it. Okay, so I had my pen cap off, and I got it all over my sweatshirt. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about. Pentagon, for example, the sides are all the same for a regular pentagon. This angle is also the same. It happens to be 108. You can actually find the angles of a regular polygon using a formula, but we're not going to get too much into that. If you do happen to know it, it's the sides minus 2 times 180 divided by the sides. But Google that. But here's the thing. I could draw a pentagon. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone's going to go, whoa, that kind of looks like a bird. And I'm going to go, no, it's a pentagon. And people are going to go, no, it's not a pentagon. That's a pentagon. They're both pentagons. Remember the rule. Closed. Yes. Straight. Yes. That's it. Regular pentagon means the sides are the same length and the angles are the same, which obviously that isn't. Okay? So that's kind of cool. You have hexagon, a 7-sided polygon. Ready? Hept. H-E-P-T. Heptagon. Octagon. We know an octagon because that is a it's a stop sign. Octagon. Octo. Okay? There was a lady called Octomom. I don't know. She had 8 babies. 9. We don't talk a lot about 9. It's nonagon. Nonagon. That is a 9-sided polygon. And 10, we can pretty much come up with 10. Decagon, right? D-E-C is deca, decade. 11 through like a million gons, they really have names. I looked it up one time on this like Google look. You'll never memorize all those. There does come a point, and I think you can maybe start it at 11, and I'm serious. You can call it 11-agon, a 12-agon, a 13-agon, a 14-agon. 1 through, that doesn't make sense. 3 through 10 all have special names, and we're going to talk about the 3-sided shape and the 4-sided shape in particular, okay? Okay, that's polygons. Kind of cool. Let's move on. There's really not any work today. Ooh, there's going to be a spelling test. There's going to be a spelling test at the end of this. If some of you watch this and you're like, math's not always my jam, but I really like spelling. Man, I'm bummed I got black permanent marker on my sweatshirt. I'm going to get over that eventually. Probably not before this video is over. We're going to have a spelling test. So at the end of this, I know some of you just watch this and you don't have any notes out or stuff. Some of you guys do. There's no problems to work out today. Now, you can take notes. Or you go on Google. This is all on the internet. But there's going to be a spelling test. Because there's one word that's always misspelled in this world, and then I thought of 3 other misspelled words, and it's a sentence. So even if you're not doing math on paper, grab out a piece of scratch paper and a pencil, and if you get every word right in this sentence, you're gonna get a prize. Okay, all right, let's, the writing on this, I'm gonna go ahead and just say up front, it's kind of jacked up. I was writing on this weird surface, and I had this cat that I open these up when I'm doing them. The cat was laying on them, and it was eating the papers. It's really hard to work on this, so I was a little distracted. So it's not really the neatest I've ever done. Okay, we're gonna talk about triangles. So when you classify a triangle, you're gonna classify a triangle 2 different ways. A triangle can be classified by the sides, but it also could be classified by the angles, okay? So, for example, if all of the angles are less than 90, it's an acute triangle. If one of the angles is obtuse, greater than 90, it's a obtuse triangle. Could you ever have 2 obtuse angles in a triangle? The answer to that is no, because the sum of all the angles equals 180, and 2, you figure it out. Try to draw one and see if it can work. A right triangle is if you have a right angle. Again, you couldn't have 2 right angles. And it's kind of small here because I ran out of room. If all the angles are the same, it's an equal angular, okay? And that also would make it an equilateral, which also makes it a regular triangle. Remember, anything that's a regular polygon, the sides are the same, the angles are the same. So a regular triangle is equal angular and equilateral. Okay. Ooh, I didn't put the spelling word here yet because that's going to be part of our test. Although I am going to spell it for you right now. When you classify triangles as sides, these little tick marks, if you see 1 tick mark and 1 tick mark and they match, that means those sides have the same length. The reason why this doesn't have any tick marks, sometimes you could see something like this where it would be 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That represents none of the sides are equal, so it's a scalene triangle. Okay, you ready for the first spelling word from our test at the end? The word, it's a really strange word. It means 2 sides of a triangle are equal. It's isosceles. So, oh look, there's Celise. I saw her. I want you to right now get out a piece of paper, hit pause, and spell the word isosceles. And I'm going to do it right now, so you have to hit pause and go. Isosceles, okay? I sure hope that's right because this is live. I used to be a really good speller, but I had an issue in a 3rd grade spelling bee. I had to get carried off the stage. That's a story for another video. Okay, but I quit spelling in 3rd grade because I'm protesting. All right, and then you have an equilateral triangle. So you have scalene, you have isosceles, and you have equilateral. So you have to classify them by 2 words. You could have a acute scalene triangle. Ooh, speaking of cute, hello, Mrs. H. How are you? Hello. Okay, where were we? That's it. All the angles equal 180, and this is the wonderful world of triangles. Okay, isosceles. That's going to be on the test later. Now, I spelled it for you. I'm not going to give you the other 2 words or 3 words. That's going to be on the test. So when you do the test, you can't have this in front of you. Isosceles. Oh, I hope that's right. Okay, we only have 1 more page. This one's quick. Oh gosh. Now, a 4-sided polygon is called a quadrilateral. And there's a lot of different quadrilaterals. You can Google it. They have like these little charts where this is this, and these are these, and these are these. These are my 4 favorite. A trapezoid, that's probably my favorite quadrilateral because that looks like the ship of the Jawas from Star Wars. And you have a parallelogram, which these also are. You have a rectangle. All rectangles are squares, but not all squares are rectangles. Think about it. And you have a square. Oh, bonus question. Which of these 4 is a regular quadrilateral? Square. Remember the definition? All the sides are equal, all the angles are equal. Okay, so that is a regular quadrilateral. Now, here's the thing about a trapezoid. Let me just give you, I'm not gonna, you can write these down, not write these down, memorize them. A quadrilateral means 1 opposite parallel sides. 1 opposite parallel side. So that's parallel to this guy. This is probably the quadrilateral you see in most of the trapezoid you see in most of the trapezoid world. These guys are not parallel. They'll touch. This guy is also a trapezoid. You don't see it as much. But again, these are opposite parallel sides. These will touch. 1 pair of opposite parallel sides. A parallelogram has 2 opposite parallel sides, hence these arrows. This is, and here's another thing about a parallelogram. This side is equal to this side. That's why they have the tick mark. This side is equal to this side. You have to have 2 tick marks here because these are not equal to this side, okay? And one other little bonus feature of a parallelogram, that angle and that angle are the same. Hold on now. That angle and that angle equal 180. It's kind of a rule. When you get into geometry, you'll prove it. So all you need to know is 1 angle, because if I know that angle, it's that angle. And if I know that angle, I take it away from 180 and it's that angle. And since that angle's that angle, that angle's that angle. So that's kind of fun. Okay, rectangle and squares are not the same. Okay, a rectangle has a definition. A rectangle is 4 90-degree angles, opposite pair of parallel sides. 4 90-degree angles, opposite pair of parallel sides. It's kind of like a parallelogram, but these aren't 90-degree angles. And you're gonna go, that's just like a square. No, it's not. Here's the difference. It is just like a square, but it has one difference. A square, all the sides are equal. Okay, remember, it's a regular polygon. So that's kind of cool. And the other thing too is all quadrilaterals. Oh, there's a kite, there's a rhombus, and again, it doesn't have to look like one of these that we've seen in the quadrilateral world. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quadrilateral, okay? Now, here's one other cool feature. All the angles, if you add them up, of any quadrilateral in the world equals 360. So I want all of you to take your protractors, and I want you to play in the next day or two. Draw what if you took a protractor and added up that angle, yes, you can do that angle, and that angle, it'll equal 360, okay? And if you don't believe me, go ahead and try it, okay? So that's kind of a cool feature. All right, that's it. That's the world of triangles and quadrilaterals, a little polygon intro. I have a sentence for you right now. This is the end. This is the end of the video. Before I do the end of the video, I want to give a shout out. I got immersed into the world of mock trial. Cosumnes Oaks, local Oak Grove public school, ended up getting 4th out of like all of the Sac County high schools, and it was a fabulous showing by them. I also happen to have a son on the team, so I was really proud of him and the whole team. And then I also want to give a shout out to St. Francis, because there's 3 in particular on that team. There's Britton Sires, there's Izzy Barge, and there's Juliet Shaw. 3 of my all-time favorite people ever. They rock it in mock trial as well, because they're superstars and they're really smart. So the whole mock trial world, I was really kind of excited to like dive into that whole thing. It's over now. For everybody except for Country Day, because they won, and so now they're going to the World Championships. So good for them. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Ready? You have a pencil out or a pen and a paper? Okay, I'm going to say the sentence like 3 times, and then you're going to write it down, and then I'm going to show you the answers, okay? Okay, so hit pause while you go get that, because I'm going to say my sentence in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure I say my sentence correctly. Don't look. Don't look. Okay, ready? After losing the game, the isosceles triangle was excited to go to a restaurant. I'm going to say it a couple more times. Or hit pause. After losing the game, the isosceles triangle was excited to go to a restaurant. And if you forgot the whole sentence again, I'm just going to give you the 4 words. You could just jot them down. Losing, isosceles, excited, restaurant. I'm going to do it one more time. Losing, isosceles, excited, restaurant. Okay, write those 4 words down and I'm going to show you the answer. And if you get it right, if I see you down the road or in the street or in the world, let me know, okay? And I give you a prize. Knuckle bump, who knows? Maybe a Jolly Rancher, I don't know. Okay, you guys ready? Because I've been teaching for a couple minutes, and these are the words that everybody misspells. My wife gave me losing, and she's right. Okay. Excited is always there. Oh, boy. Okay, ready? Ta-da! No, there's not 2 O's in losing. Isosceles is just weird. Oh my gosh. I always make fun of my students because they go, man, are you exited or what? Your team won. Woohoo! I'm so exited. And I just can't. Restaurant, of course, people leave out the U. They just say restaurant. R-E-S-T-R-A-N-T. So again, of all of these, exited is by far the #1 most misspelled word. I am so exited that this video's over. Bye.